Tight as fuck, honestly. Welcome back, gamers, to another video. My name is Ryder Bard. You can call me Bard. And I have something cool to show you today. Just want to quickly say, I said this last video, but honestly, big thank you for everyone subscribing, liking, even disliking, and commenting. Just seeing my channel grow slowly, interacting with you guys, commenting, getting sent nice messages, getting my videos shared around, even on Facebook, surprisingly. I didn't expect that. Thank you. You can probably also notice like a little bit of a room change. I thought it might be a bit nicer this way. It's also a bit better for me because getting behind that table 24/7 and then going out, getting a coffee and that, coming back, just doing house chores, it wasn't fun. It was tiring. So, house reno. Now, for this video, something a little bit different. So I see all the time, I see videos about the pros of going freelance or why you should start freelancing. Even I've talked about it in the past, the benefits of freelancing. I'm a big advocate for speaking about freelancing, especially because the way I see it is that freelancing is going to become a much more, I guess, popular career path to pursue. So I like talking about it. But this video is going to be something a bit different. And hopefully you watching, you've clicked on it for a specific reason. And that is because you're thinking of going freelance and you're a bit unsure, which is perfectly okay, and I understand. But this video is going to show you a little bit something, I guess, the ugly truths of freelancing. So I'm going to be talking pretty much about the cons that not many people talk about regarding freelancing. And I'll say this at the beginning, disclaimer, I still think freelancing is a great idea. And if you want to do it, you can make it happen because anything's possible if you set your mind to it. Remember that. So if you want to freelance, still freelance. This is just to let you know, I guess, what to prepare for in advance. Ugly truth number one, it can be lonely, and that's being honest. Just think about it. You're not forced to come into work every single day, be it 8 a.m., 9 a.m., or even earlier for some of you. Even little interactions like picking up coffee from your local coffee shop on the way to work, or saying hi to the bus driver when you get on the bus in the morning. Things like that, you're not forced to do anymore. Being a freelancer, you can work in your room, in your boxes, and no one's gonna care. And that might sound amazing. Trust me, it can be amazing. But it can be very lonely, like I said. And you realize that a lot of people that you are friends with, you're only friends with because you see them every single day. And some of you might have amazing concrete friends that you've had for many years. That's not about you, but just in general, it can be lonely. So you'll have to work out. You might do things like I do. Bring my laptop to the coffee shop, or bring my laptop to the park, even to the beach, like little things like that, just to get out, do your work. And there's still interactions on a day-to-day basis of freelance, be it sending out emails or getting on a phone call, maybe even a video call, things like that. You might even do things like meeting with a client to discuss things over a coffee. Just in general, it can be lonely because you're not forced to have these every day-to-day social interactions. Ugly truth number two, income. Like I was talking about before, you know, the 9 to 5 or the 8 to 5 or whatever, you might have a salary, you're earning 60,000 a year, 40,000, 100,000, whatever. Or if you're part-time, you might be earning $20 an hour, $30, whatever. But with freelancing, if you don't work, or if you don't find the next lineup of clients, or I know for me, saving is very important as a freelance. If you're not thinking multiple steps ahead at a time, just to protect yourself and your financial security, things not fun at all. So you might earn more as a freelance. Generally, you could charge $50, $60 an hour, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what you think your experience is worth. But honestly, you've got to think ahead as a freelance. You've always got to be scouting for new leads, for new clients, whatever freelance route or career path you're in. You've got to think ahead of for. Yes, I did get a book to write down notes because I've been winging it quite a bit these past, well, all my videos pretty much. So the next one, taxes. Good luck. Honestly, like with freelance, you get taxed a lot more. I think it is the self-employment tax. Depending on what country you're from, you'll be taxed differently. You might have local taxes, state taxes, I don't know the specifics regarding of where you are from. So if you go into freelancing, look it up before you go into it. But my my biggest advice for taxes is keep a track of everything you do, every piece of income you earn or whatever business expenditure you make, be it if you're a graphic designer and you purchase, for example, Adobe InDesign or Adobe Photoshop, something like that, or even little things like you buy a new keyboard, anything that relates to your job as a freelance, make sure you keep track of with a receipt. Yeah, as I said before, your income, everything you earn, because when it comes to tax time, it's better to be prepared than not be prepared, because just for your peace of mind, and trust me, as someone that suffers a lot with anxiety, I'm still holding this, yes, it's best to just be prepared. Ugly truth number 4. Think about this. You go to work, and depending on where you work, you have your designated work spot. So you might be in a cubicle, or you might have your own studio wherever you're working. But as a freelance, you've got to sort that out yourself. And I'm not talking about contracted freelancers that come in and work at the actual place you're being contracted at. I'm talking about those that work at home, or yeah, pretty much those that are remote. They can work wherever, like I've got. And yes, go check out Dark Roast Podcast, listen to it. Thank you. But like I have here, I've got my little office here. It's fantastic to have your own little office. It doesn't even need to be in a separate room. Mine's my bedroom. Or if you want to constantly work out of home, you know, go to the library, go to the coffee shop, wherever, that's fantastic too. But just make sure that you'll be able to focus, because I know for freelancers, especially for me, procrastination is a massive evil. Like it's terrible trying to stay focused, especially with anxiety, because like, you know, you're constantly thinking, when am I going to get my next paycheck, or have I invoiced this person, or whatever. Just for freelancing, my advice, be very, I guess, organized. That's the word I'm going for. Be organized. That's my tip for you guys. Ugly truth number 5. As I said before, you will notice that you're only friends with some people because you see them every single day or most days a week. With freelancing, you need to keep up your social life outside of work. Or for some of us who might be introverts, we might not like keeping a big social life, but I believe getting somewhat of social life, even as small as meeting a friend once a week for a coffee, or getting on a phone call with your friend, playing video games with whoever, is very important. So as a freelance, the ugly truth is your social life might take a decline if and only if you don't nurture it. Ugly truth number 6. So pretty much, as I was saying before, you'll have to be looking for clients quite often. And if you get into like a long-term contract, that's fantastic, because you know you're going to be earning a set amount. But for different fields, it might not be as lucrative as something like that. For example, freelance journalism, it more works on the fact of you pitching ideas, and then the editor will be like, yes, I want that, I'll pay that much, and you send it on that deadline. Where something like that is a lot harder to live off. You might have different methods if you don't get in a contract. So what I'm saying is, you don't have to be constantly looking for clients like 100% eye on your computer 24/7, cold pitching or whatever. But just every so often, just keep an eye out what pops up in your email, or what comes through on LinkedIn, or even check out things like Indeed or Seek, things like that, where you can just keep an eye on the market. That's what I'm going for. Keep your eye on the market, because it never hurts just to be cautious. I don't know if any YouTubers can relate with this, so if you're a YouTuber, let me know down in the comments. But when you're speaking, when you're projecting your voice, speaking to whatever it is, the phone or the camera or whatever, your voice gets really dry because you're projecting it. Maybe it's my microphone, or it could be anything, but my voice goes really parched, so I have to consistently drink water. And I know that's a fantastic thing. Drinking water is amazing. Keep hydrated. But I don't get it in day-to-day interactions. But speaking for YouTube, I do. Now, this is something I wanted to bring forward, a new idea. So let me know what you guys think. But each video I put out, pretty much I want to shine a light on one underground artist or producer and give a little bit of a platform to them, talk a little bit about them, and play a little bit of their music for 1 minute. I might go a little bit over, I might go a lot over, I might go a little bit under, but my goal is to use my growing platform, although small at the moment, but over time, help these underground musicians get the traction that I believe they deserve. Because being a part of the underground music scene for the past 2 years now, as you guys saw in my previous video, which check it out, link down in the description. But I love the Underground. There's so much untouched talent in there. So my goal is to shine a little bit of light on these musicians and help them, who knows, grow a bit more of a fan base through my help. So as you can see in the background, I've got out a SoundCloud of an artist called Darcy Bayless, who I've had on the podcast before. Insanely talented, beautiful voice, I'll just put it blunt like that. And sonically, his music is very appealing to both, I guess, to a large audience, not just a niche focused audience. His voice is very appealing. So Darcy is an underground artist that has been doing a lot, and I say a lot, from Melbourne. He's got international ties with a lot of talented and I guess impactful musicians from around the world. He's collabed with one of my favorite producers and artists, Fantasy Camp, who I've also had on Dark Rose podcast. You can check that out. What I'm trying to get at is you need to just listen to his music. I found Darcy through Underground Underdogs, I don't know how long ago, maybe 8 months ago, when they did an article on him and Beijing artist Bloodsboy. They came together, met in Beijing, although they had been speaking for a while over the internet, and they filmed the music video for Same Page. So that's the song I'm going to show you guys, because that is my favorite song out of, although it's a hard pick because I love a lot of Darcy's music, Same Page is probably my favorite at the moment. So enjoy. Also, good news, last video where I did a topic on Australia's underground and I guess the resurgence of the music scene here in Sydney in regards to the previous lockout laws. This legislation came in and pretty much meant from 1:30 a.m. onward, you couldn't get into venues to like obviously drink, party, whatever. And by 3 a.m, that was the last drink you could have. Everyone in Sydney has an opinion on it, and rightfully so, because it's such a big issue. Well, I have good news for you. Sydney's lockout laws are going to be taken away in Sydney CBD, so the centre of Sydney. However, there's other parts of Sydney that are still under the lockout laws. One of them is called King's Cross. King's Cross has quite a, I guess, murky history, but this is a massive, massive boon for Sydney's underground. I hope you guys like those ugly truths, and hopefully they give you a bit more of a better idea of some of the harsh realities of freelancing and how you can better prepare for them in advance if you want to get into freelance, which I think you should. My name is Ryder Bard, but you can call me Bard, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and if you're feeling very, very kind, hit the notification bell, and also leave a comment. Tell me what you want me next to cover on my next YouTube video, and also what ugly truths about freelancing have you come to discover, and do you still freelance? And if you do, how have you come to, I guess, deal with these ugly truths? So, thank you.